fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Committed to the agreements reached with Israel since 1993. However, Israel must reciprocate this commitment and must act forthwith to resolve all of the final status issues. It must cease all of its settlement colonization activities and its aggressions against our cities, villages, and refugee camps. It must cease its policies of collective punishment, its demolition of Palestinian homes, its extrajudicial executions, and the arrest of our people, in addition to releasing the thousands of prisoners and detainees. It must also cease its aggression and provocations against the holy Al-Aqsa Mosque. For all of these policies and practices prevent an environment in which peace can prevail in our region. How can anyone seeking peace commit such actions? An international conference for peace, which is a proposal by France, a proposal that received the support of the majority of the world's countries. It remains our hope that such a conference will lead to the establishment of a mechanism and a time frame for an end to occupation in accordance with the relevant resolutions of the international community, the principle of land for peace, the Arab Peace Initiative, which calls inter alia for a just and agreed solution for Palestinian refugees in accordance with Resolution 194. We hope that all states of the world will support the convening of this international peace conference before the end of this year. If there is no international peace conference held and no direct negotiations between us and the Israelis, then how can peace be made? No peace conference and no negotiations. How can we speak about peace? How can we make peace?
Hi everyone and welcome to the Palestinian Corner from Montreal, فلسطين Montreal. And this is our 23rd episode devoted to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, an eloquent defender of the Palestinian cause. Mahmoud Abbas, also known as Abu Mazen, he was born in 1935 in the city of Safed in Galilee, north of Palestine, historical Palestine, now is Israel. A refugee with his family in Syria, he earned a law degree from the University of Damascus. In late 1950s, Abbas was one of the founders of Fatah, spearheading the Palestinian armed struggle. He was working then in Doha, Qatar, with the Ministry of Education in the Employment Department. He became head of the PLO's International Department in the late 1970s, where he forged contacts with Israeli peace groups. In 1982, Abbas was awarded a doctorate in history from Moscow State University. In the early 1990s, Abbas shaped a Palestinian negotiation strategy, a strategy that worked in both the peace conference in Madrid, 1991, and in secret meetings with Israelis in Norway that resulted in the Oslo Accords in 1993 and the declarations of principles in Washington, D.C. Israelis and Palestinians extended mutual recognition to each other. He served briefly as a Prime Minister of the Palestinian Authority in 2003 and was elected its president in 2005 following the death of Yasser Arafat. No doubt, Abbas has a good track record as a lawyer and a historian within the Palestinian society, indeed. But he appears at times tense and in contradiction within himself. One time he wants direct negotiations, another time he doesn't want negotiations. Sometimes he has no demands, and sometimes he has several demands to resume the negotiations. But soon after he says, oh, we have no conditions for direct negotiations. He wants Palestine Authority, but other times he threatens to dissolve it for lacking of funds. محمود عباس الرئيس الفلسطيني الحالي هاجر مع أهله من مدينة صفد في شمال فلسطين لسوريا وتخرج من كلية القانون في دمشق ويحمل دكتوراه في التاريخ من روسيا. عباس مرافع جيد عن القضية الفلسطينية لا شك، وأكثر حنكة سياسية من الرئيس عرفات، ومخه ينضج أكثر مع الأيام حيث التجربة تصقل خطابه السياسي. لكن هناك عدة نقاط تضعفه وتضعف خطابه السياسي. أولها أن خطاباته ومقابلاته كلها باللغة العربية، وكثير من المفاهيم تضيع في الترجمة، كأنه الآن حقيقة أصبح ضرورة من متطلبات الرئيس الفلسطيني أن يتقن خطابه السياسي باللغة الإنجليزية، وإلا ما يكون رئيس. ثقافة الرئيس الفلسطيني الحالية عربية كمان، وخليجية، دينية، إسلامية، بمعنى يخرج عن القضية المطروحة والموضوع المطروح أمامه ويدخل في متاهات التاريخ والجغرافيا، ويحول خطابه السياسي لشبه شخصي عن رئيس الوزراء الإسرائيلي بنيامين نتنياهو، وكأن الموضوع شخصي بينه وبين نتنياهو. القضية الفلسطينية قضية سياسية وليست شخصية، لا شخصية ولا إسلامية ولا دينية، هي قضية سياسية قانونية. مواقف الرئيس السياسية مترددة أحيانا ومتناقضة أحيانا أخرى، وهو لا شك خير ما قدم الشعب الفلسطيني والسلطة من مرافعين قانونيين عن قضيتهم. هو برضه يتحسن مع الوقت، لكنه يقرأ خطابه السياسي بالعربي مع أنه يمكن يقرأه باللغة الإنجليزية. شيء آخر، الرئيس نادر ما يخاطب شعبه الفلسطيني في خطاب جماهيري مباشر، ويترك الأمر لتفسيرات وخطابات مساعديه وأعضاء فتح والسلطة والمنظمة التي تحتضر حاليا، لكن مصر هو أنه موجود المنظمة. شكرا. Let's go back to excerpts from Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas.
We haven't lost hope yet. We rely on the international community to shoulder its responsibilities. We call on those countries that have harmed the rights of our people to rectify this injustice. Moreover, we appeal to countries that have not recognized the state of Palestine to do so, because those who believe in the two-state solution, and everyone speaks about the two-state solution, should recognize both states and not just one of them. I call on you to declare 2017 as the international year to end the Israeli occupation of our land and our people. In June 2017, half a century of this abhorrent Israeli occupation would have passed. I also appeal to you in follow-up to Resolution 67/19, with the adoption of the resolution to enable Israel to present and co-sponsor resolutions beyond the question of Palestine, I call on you to support our efforts to enhance Palestine's legal and political status by granting it additional responsibilities to chair committees and international groups as we continue our efforts, thanks to your support, for full membership in international organizations, to be granted full membership in international organizations. Based on the above, the international community is called upon now more than ever to exert all efforts to bring an end to the Israeli occupation of the land of the State of Palestine. As you know, this is the longest and last occupation in contemporary history. The international community's ability to advance the rights of our people, to ensure their exercise of those very same rights, and to end the oppression and injustice imposed on our people for 7 decades would surely be a unique opportunity for peace, stability, and coexistence in our region and between the Palestinian and Israeli people. This will create a better future for the current generation and generations to follow. It will be the beginning and the basis for ending extremism and violence in our region and in the world.